At 7, the TD Formula 1, the Senior, the Junior 600, Production 600 and Production 1000. And at 8:05 will come the sidecars, who for the first year will set off for their practice session down the pit lane. So there are a large number of competitors. We're in for an enjoyable session. If you've just arrived on the island, you may care to know the fastest so far in the 600 class is David Jefferies at 113.60. Production 1000, Ian Duffus, 113.10. The 250s, Sean Brown at 106.03. The new Production 600 class, Adrian Archibald, 110.76. The Formula 1, David Jefferies at 117.72.
Das heißt absolutes Racing. Ja?
Just want to know.
it does. Oh. Take it out of the gear and look up. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's alright. I know it seems to have arrived a lot quicker than we thought it was going to, but yeah, it's going fine. Nice night tonight, so we'll get a few laps in hopefully. Very happy, yeah? Yeah, it's going well. Well, we think so. We've got 4 bikes out tonight, 3 in the production and 1 in the junior, so we like to think we are, yeah. This is practice. It's just practice. It's to get the riders dialed in, to get the bike set up, so we're not looking for anything. We're not looking for any fast times, just practice. As many laps as possible. That's it.
I didn't actually. Can I take my earplugs out? Hear what you're saying?
What's he like, Martin?
He's an excellent sponsor, and I'm not going to say he's an absolute dickhead because he isn't one, but I wouldn't say it if he was. So.
Bullock. No problem. Yeah, whenever you want. Listen, have you got a mobile? Put it. pleasure to see you.
Television, Chris Shaw.
I haven't seen him. He's not here.
How's the coverage going for this year's races?
It's going very well, actually. It's going to be a good year. It's just a pleasure to see it again, as always.
It's a bit of a shock, was it for you, for your company last year, not having this event to cover?
It's a big disappointment for everybody, I think, really. Financial implications for a lot of people, but it was just the sadness of missing the biggest event in the Manx life, I think.
Greenlight got any special things developing this year, something a bit different?
Oh, I'm sure we will have. Just have to wait and see, really.
What did you end up doing? I mean, you weren't around the clock, though. You didn't get all the shows on the air.
Yeah, we've got a lot more this year as well. Literally, the moment the bikes leave the line in the races, the tapes are taken out and go straight back to headquarters to be edited. So, as the bikes are still racing, the programme's already being put together all the time.
Which countries is it most interest outside the UK of the TT?
A lot of interest this year in Britain, a lot of interest in Japan has been building for the last few years. It's massive now in America. The Americans have got hold of the whole idea of the TT. They just can't believe it, and they're really sort of getting their butts behind it now.
The hardest thing is it's not very televisual, what you can say, because it's a time start.
It's very difficult because there's so much involved and it's such a big course. It's in telling the story, and to encompass what goes on around the circuit is a major task. It's, of all the events we do and all the places in the world, this is the hardest, and it has the biggest crew as well.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris.
Welcome.
Chris Shaw.
Paul.
Juan Turner.
Well, Ireland representative of Border, I suppose, and you want the radio on there?
It's just future-proofing stuff for the sponsors and the big screen as well, maybe.
For the radio?
Just on Chris Shaw from Greenlight. I mean, how much media, television interest do you find there is in this?
I think around the world, Paul, it does generate quite a lot of interest because the motorsport coming out of the Isle of Man is exceptionally high standard anyway. What with the car rallying and of course here at the TT. We've recently enjoyed an hour's coverage of the National Rally from a few weeks ago. That was out on Sky. So I think all in all the Isle of Man as a motorsport venue encourages a lot of TV. Greenlight, of course, put the races around the world on satellite. And from our point of view, Border is the local ITV region for the Isle of Man, so we work closely with Greenlight.
The local ITV region used to do a bit more, though, didn't they? They used to send a cruise over, they take over the Hilton and put in edit suites. That doesn't happen so much.
Yeah, I can't really account for why that is. I suppose it's effectively the less regionalisation of ITV could have something to do with this. I'm not privy to those sort of decisions. However, I know that the news programme Look Around carries extensive coverage of the TT and will continue to do so, and views the TT and the Isle of Man as an important part of its output. Now, of course, Border splits its Scotland and England transmitters. They can offer different news to different parts of the region, which means the Isle of Man can get even more coverage.
Changing slightly, taking the media, you also run a radio station. Is that in your part-time, in your spare time?
Spare time, what's that?
First time that Manx Radio has had any opposition since the BBC's days, of course.
Well, this is it. I mean, opposition, I think, is slightly a harsh word to use. Energy FM, which came on the air in July 2001, is more of, it's a music station aiming for a totally different market to Manx Radio. In terms of listenership, it's not classed as opposition. I suppose commercially there's an element of opposition there. So yes, maybe it's quite a new thing then.
What are you doing for TT then on the station?
The station's steering away from commentaries because Radio TT is renowned for doing the best commentaries that there is available, and also I don't think it would warrant two stations doing commentaries fighting each other. So what Energy FM is about is it's a music station soaking up the general atmosphere for those who might not be quite interested in what's going on in the racing, but just wants to know about the road closures, who's won the race, sort of the bones of it really. And we leave all the expert analysis to Radio TT, which is effectively the TT station.
Because you used to work for Manx Radio, do you miss it?
I do miss it actually. Still got a lot of colleagues there, a lot of friends like yourself, and I think we all sort of get on relatively well. There's that really good, healthy rivalry, but we're all happy in the bar afterwards.
Good. So, will you make lots of money out of TT for your radio station?
Exceptional amounts of money. No, it's the first year for us. Our budget is somewhat limited and effectively way over budget, as these things always are, but it's going to be great fun, and that's the main thing. TT always is, worth every penny.
But you just got the full transmissions for the Isle of Man, which must be quite exciting about.
Yeah, we are quite excited about it because they only went on air on the Thursday before practice week. Most stations will test their transmitters for at least 4 weeks and iron out the little teething problems with signal and all the rest of it. We're having to do it on the fly, so with a bit of luck over the next few weeks, Energy's northern network of FM will be running at full power, which it isn't at the moment, and we'll be able to serve just about every nook and cranny in the Isle of Man.
Thanks, radio watching.
I don't think so. I don't think they've got anything to worry about. You stirrer.
Out on the road a stop away, but now we've been stopped for some, I guess, about 10 minutes. Don't really know the reasons why, but we'll report back to you on the van as soon as we can. In the meantime, we were out at Bullock today and had a great day down there, and the last race was probably the best race of the day. They were all cracking races, but the last race was done by local man Richard Coates, and Richard's stood beside me here. Richard, congratulations on that ride today. You look to really be enjoying yourself.
I certainly did, Charlie. Thank you very much for the congratulations. It was a great day. It's been a hard couple of days because I had a few problems with the bike, as you do, and it's an old bike as well. It's 21 years old. But we got the thing sorted out, and I had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed myself.
You were saying it's a bike that's been in the family a long time. You've had it from you.
That's right. I bought it in fact, Kenyon Crow bought it for me. He was my sponsor back in the early 80s. And Kenyon, if you're listening, hi there, and thank you. But it's still going strong. We raced it in the 80s for quite a long time in the TT, Manx Grand Prix to start with, and I had some pretty good rides on it, and then retired it 12 years ago, I guess, and brought it out of retirement today.
Well, it was certainly going well. It must have done a few miles, that bike, I guess.
It's done a few miles. It's done a lot of laps of the TT course, I know that, and certainly quite a few Southern Hundreds as well.
Now, you won that race today, and there was some formidable opposition there, and there were, both in terms of riders and bikes, of course, a couple of RGs and 750 primes and stuff, and yet you actually pulled away, but you said that it wasn't the quickest you've been around the Bullock circuit on that particular bike.
It wasn't. When I was young and foolish, I probably lapped a few seconds faster. I was more race fit in those days, and I raced quite regularly. But yeah, it went well today. I was really pleased with it.
So you race more regularly now, or then should I say?
Yeah.
How many races do you look to do a year now?
Well, my last proper race was the 99 TT, in fact. I haven't raced properly since then. I'd kind of retired. I'm supposed to be fully retired. But I went to Scarborough a few weeks ago and had to go there, although they cancelled the majority of the meeting because of the weather. Fog rolled in. And so really the TT, pre-TT Classic and then TT is the first event for me for quite a long time.
It was funny really, because I was sat on top of the Voyager today doing the comments, and you came round on the warming up lap. And I said, I thought Richard Coates had been retired, and I'm sure I must have got that wrong, but obviously I wasn't as wrong as I thought it was.
Yeah, you're not the first person who said that tonight, actually.
So you're going out this evening, hopefully when things get underway again.
Yeah.
What are you taking out tonight?
I've got my 250 Yamaha, which again I've had for quite a few years. It's a TZE, which is a 93 bike, which we've kept and looked after over the years. So I'm going to race that in the 250 TT a week on Wednesday.
And it's, have you got any other classes other than that, other than the 250?
No, that's it. I'll do the senior on that bike if the 250 runs okay. And then after that there's the steam packet race on the Saturday, on the Blount circuit again.
Yeah, we were talking actually about the 250 race,